Then wasema you should look for James Kwatwenge, the guy got stories to tell. Yes, nimemcheki. I didn't know that ye mwenyewe hunini yuko na YouTube channel yake, because that now made it interesting, because that means that if someone asks him to appear on a YouTube channel hata feel some type of way. Unajua iraya inaitwa James Katwenge, unajua ni raya ilikuwaga Karau siku za Moi, siku za kunini, so ikuwa inasema vile Moi alinotice yuko karibu kulose power in 2002. Alisema nyayo torture chambers zivunjwe, but the only thing is now structural engineers walimwambia if you continue doing that the whole building is going to crumble. That's how now the chambers ended up staying. So nakumbuka hiyo time, I don't know how young you are, but in 2003 like Raila aliendaga huko chini, like he went to the torture chambers with the cameras and what, because najua now he had first hand experience. Aba nilivinywa maganda. He had that nini. So Moi wanted that evidence like taken away. So kuna hiyo nini, kuna pia vile anapatiana mpaka story ya Ouko, vile Ouko alipatikana. So yes, he'd be a very interesting person. So that's going to happen.
Juu sahii wale watu wanaweza ogopa, hawana hiyo nini,
kina Moi ashaumapamba, Moi aliumapamba, nani tena, a lot of those dudes like, because you need to protect Moi's interests to whatever. So I think right now anafeel ni kama
format on general pia.
Huyu gani wako?
No.
Jonjo.
Not those old guys unaweza fikiria na grudge na wewe.
Because nilikuwa nakwambia vile na plan kudu like runs zangu on the other side, like on the Africa channel, where I want to, because the Africa channel I want it to now be the African, but I also want it to be hip hop based, like have that hip hop whatever, unajua, because hip hop ndio ilinifikisha pale nimefika in life and one of the people nizataka kubonga sana juu yake and my perspectives on him ni Jonjo. Hii naenda tupatiana tuka just a short perspective on what I've been thinking about Jonjo. But Jonjo was a person who suffered from inferiority complex. So jua hivyo, like Jonjo usisahau alikuwa youth, I think when the colonialists came to Kenya, Jonjo was a youth, and as a youth you can try and imagine maybe you've lived this life where you are unachukuliwa like you're just a nobody, and then these people came and they showed you a certain lifestyle. Maybe you grew up in the bush, sindio? They showed you a certain lifestyle that you aspired to and you wanted this thing so much. That's why, like, by the time the British were leaving, Jonjo was obsessed with British things, so he'd wear like hizo pinstriped suits zake, they all had to be because nashonwa Brito, unajua hivyo. And this is inferiority complex. For you to start thinking that no black man can make you suit, that it takes some white man in Britain to make you suit, and you'll find the white man there has employed some black people kufanyia, but inferiority complex yako imefanya umefika hiyo level.
Alikuanga na beef na madhake because we are neighbors.
Okay,
it's like 15 minutes walk. So they used to have this posho meal. I think after akue gava nini, posho meals kweka posho meal, you had to be known possess any certain of machine. So alikuwa naoni kama the fact that wasi wanaenda and the mother is helping the poor, alikuwa naoni kama mamake anafanya odd job. So he never liked hizo hustle za madhake.
Yes, nakwambia, like he was such a low, like an inferiority complex dude, mpaka I was thinking about it to the extreme. Like if you worship the white man that much, ama if you worship the British that much, niko nashindwa try to imagine if during the fight for independence sisi kama Wakenya tungededisha enough British. What would you have noticed? Tungededisha enough British to have suruali to notice they have foreskins. I think Jonjo would have been the sort of dude to go for foreskin restoration. That's how much he worshipped the British. Yes, and I'm saying this seriously. Sisemi ka joke. This dude worshipped, worshipped white people too much.
To get a white foreskin.
He'd get a white one. Like achukue hii, nipatie hii, niongeza kwangu na ni vile like so it's very interesting that I don't think tulidedish enough of these people, so we never knew such, unacheki. Otherwise yange notice tu hivi like wakwanza wapili, watatu, tunataka kukula chakula yao, hataka kuvaa suti yao, hataka like how do you
the
get
Ankoraka syndrome.
Alikuwa na Ankoraka syndrome, like it was extreme. That's the sort of dude to do that. Unacheki kuna time Europe kulikuwa nayo story, unajua hivyo kuna raya zile, unajua now the true Aryan nation like the Germans, the Swedish, the Austrians, so juzo raya zote
kina Holland,
hizo ni raya za like Team Foreskin ifika time walikuwa nazusha like now the few of them wale wamekatwa wanazusha they want the foreskin to be restored. And now it made me think about Jonjo. Like Jonjo would be in that group,
like wake me up
to be white, because I understand kufurahia vitu mbili tatu, alafu unajua watu utasikia kuna msa atasema lakini nyinyi mnatumia stima, see that's a white thing. No, kuna kitu moja ile inasemekanaga, this thing has been quoted a lot of times, like if humans right now hii civilization yetu idedi, sindio? Na stima zizimike na kila kitu izimike, as long as humans exist at some point kutakuwa na stima, kutakuwa na, we'll figure it out. It's not about race, it's not about what, humans just figure out stuff. Nacheki humans tulikuwaga watu wa exploration, so now vile nasemekanaga life started in East Africa, sindio? So life ilianza in East Africa, these black people used to be explorers. Kuna wale walitembea wakatembea then nasemekanaga now it was just land, haikuwa continents. Then of course kile happen with time
the Pangea.
Yes. Ina happen hawa wanaenda puko, alafu juu ya temperatures skin start getting lighter. But you see when it comes to things like religion, everyone ends up coming with their own religion. But ikikame to laws of nature kama fire and what kila mtu ana agree fire burns, fire what. So science inakuwaga the study of nature, and since it's the study of nature, just cause a few white people walifanya 1 2 3 things haimaanishi nini kila kitu ndona
sisi like I think it just took time.
Alafu nachikige kama the pyramids the pyramids unachiki majuzi wamedu, they did, kuna clip ilikuwa ina go around, I don't know why I didn't share it, but there was a clip going around where they did a DNA test of one of those mummies wa pyramid. They found out walikuwa like 100% melanated. And even the Arabs were angry at that, kuzu like nyinyi mtakuaje, kuzu unajua the original Israel za pyramid original zilikuwa black. Original.
See, that's the theory behind the Sphinx. Nini nose yake ikuwa imekatwa. Because it resembled our nose, like this round, si ile pointed.
So hizo jitetea ati hivyo ati wali hizo notes wagazimenini ati they'll do another original people so that those people would not suffer in the afterlife or whatever. But still ilikuwa pyramids ukiziangalia vizuri ilikuwa done by black people. So unachokisemekanaga black history imepotea so much that tumekam tukajidharau. But sasa ukikama tu angalia now recent history, ukiamba kitu kama traffic lights ilikuwa some black person alikama nayo, wambwe GPS, si GPS hutumiaga nacheki. But unajua tumekam jua white supremacy, tumekam tukajidharau to a certain level that you can never and that's why now people like Jonjo become dangerous because they perpetuate your kitu ya inferior, you're inferior, everything you do is inferior, everything the white man does is superior, alafu mnaipitisha from this generation to the next.
Because I think hata mi nikakuwa preso naweza kuwa rasa design unacheki hizi I will give this like historic sites ama hizi za nature back their names like Victoria.
Tunanikuchange hizo majina zote inafaa kuwa
Thompson Falls
kuzio Lake Victoria inafaa kuwa Lake Aweno because it's for the black people and there has to be the original name inakuwaga Nam Lolwe. So let's call it Lake Lolwe. Nam is lake, sindio? So let's call Lake Lolwe. You see, and
Thompson Falls.
Thompson Falls. We have all these too many
and I think
white
it just
names.
started by that. Like at him said juu ametoka from I don't know where anaita under him.
So kuna nini alafu vile nikuwa nasema juu ya scientific inventions that it does not take nini, ushasikiaga juu story ya pyramids, like pyramids ilikuwaga na perfect angles, perfect what things that we need modern equipment to do. but those people those days figured it out. Najua,
Maybe
without that
they were even using shadows.
So
Like,
kila kitu ile
okay.
tunafanya saa hizi could have happened that time na but so looking forward kufanya marant zangu juu ya Africa because Africa inakuwaga such an interesting continent and but apart from that I hate the fact
secrets, yes.
vile tunajidharau because I look at the Chinese, I look at China place ka Shenzhen in the year 1985 was ilikuwa ni shamba, unajua hivyo. Shenzhen right now it's the Silicon Valley ya hardware. Silicon Valley ya hardware.
Yes.
Like everything we are talking about here
38 years down the line
most probably kuna kitu imetoka Shenzhen. Nacheki hii I wouldn't be such made in China. Shenzhen. Nacheki so hii Zoom zinakuwaga made in Japan. Okay, ni Japan, it's a Japanese company, but I would not be surprised there's something. But tunatumia iPhone, that's Shenzhen. There's some parts that have come from Shenzhen. And then you look at the Chinese, muagi na beste yangu sana, kuna kuwaga na beste, friend of the show, sojua Muguche. Shout out to Muguche. Muguche is like, ameishi America and America had been so good to him that he's become 100% American. And since yuko 100% American, he never gives China any credit. This is the sort of dude like, China hakuna. I'm like, saizi majuzi nakunga last week vile stima ilipotea tukishoot show ya GK. What kept the lights on? China. Blue 8 is a Chinese company. Acheki saizi yo Blue 8 yaiko nifurahisha, nikaenda kwengine itwa Ecoflow is Chinese. Africa sisi bado tuko like we need a prayers day, and this is ile part wanaonaga watu wanaonaga nikifight religion. I don't fight it because nini, I fight it because it does not bring solutions. Acheki, how can we the God loving people have to go and kiss atheist us for loans because the Chinese have no gods. Najua ni kitu wase wengi atakaki kudil na hiyo reality. Tunaambiaga wase like when a Chinese kid is born hakunaga gods. Buddha is not a god. Like, no, how can you live without believing in it? The Chinese do it, the Japanese do it. Shintoism, that's not a god also. But I'm here like, sawa, hatujakata, let's have religion, but let's separate religion from solutions. We need jobs. So since we need jobs, Kenyans, saizi angalia IT, Kenyans are some of the best in IT, sindio? So hata kuniambia hatuwezi fanya hardware, kwa nini hatuwezi kuwa sawa? China is the Silicon Valley of hardware, sindio? Why can't Kenya be the Silicon Valley ya Africa? Let's be the, unajua,
Nairobi.
Africa ikuwe Nairobi, ndio tunafanya kila kitu for Africa. Sisi ndio supply Africa with this, supply Africa with this, and these other economies are sleeping. We just go so this would be our opportunity, but now tunachukua nini, tunachukua what is it called, this thing, tunachukua like a lot of money we give to the first lady, and then the first lady uses her faith, because don't forget not everyone in Kenya is a Christian. Nasibonge juu ya atheists, I'm talking about Muslims, I'm talking about Hindus. You can't then say you want to invite an evangelist to come preach for us because you're leaving all these people out.
Their eyes. We need our eyes wide open.
So kuna hizi vitu zote, but Africa ita wake up ile time tuta realize like, you know what, we need to stop this and we need to do 1, 2, 3 things. And then,
but I think the generation ina come up, I think inakuwa annoyed to some point. Unaona washaanza kurebel against ile, you know, traditional politics, way of doing things. Ni nani, ni Morioki alikuwa hapa hivyo akasema like saiwezi ambia Gen Z like kitu kama anajua this is what I stand for na nini hajali kama ana lose job na inaanza from there. Kwa like sai unajua most of the Gen Zs are trust these church organizations. Kitambo ningeenda nisema like yo, I'm an atheist. Like 2008
it was such a
I
rare
have people who don't talk to me.
I
have people who unfriended me. But sai naona wase like wanaisema like it's casual like mini ni kama mini fan wa Man U.
Yeah.
Hivyo tu and niko like yo siku hizi kunaenda hivyo. And I think it starts from there. So
Yeah, it starts from there. It's slowly.
like
It's slowly.
you unatoa that fear, then what else can we
like muchekaga sana jua mtoi wangu like she's 8 years old na waga nimemwambia what to say around people and she actually follows the rule. So mwambiaga like never say dad does not believe in God when
in
you're
front
next
of
to
people?
when you're next to Shosh and Babu.
Yeah.
So nishaimwambiaga that. Alafu pia nikamwambia like sawa you can say it in school but don't say this because she has like a lot of friends, so hao wengine wayang so namwambiaga like don't say this around you, for example Muslim friends, because najua hao they take it more seriously than Christians. So nimekuwa nikitrai kumfundisha hizi vitu like behave like this around this, behave like this around this, alafu ya mwenyewe namwambia like yeah utapatana kichukua dishi uko like oh god whatever because I'm letting her go on that journey by herself. Same force about nini because the society that she lives in hata tukibonga naye utapata kaa hayuko kejani, tukibonga nayo na Sunday nitakuwa like oh so did you go to church, uko like yeah so did you have fun because that's your journey. This is my journey like
hata
this.
kuna songs you tuimbia but it's okay
Yeah because I want her to go on your journey but ile time ataanza kufundishwa evolution nataka akuje kwangu alafu hiyo time try kumbreakia down a few things ni asiulize vitu za ujinga kama if monkeys are still there why are humans, we didn't evolve from monkeys, they are our cousins. So nikaa kuuliza kama kuzo wako kwa nini baba yako like, we are cousins, the tree went alafu tukajipata so it's interesting. Alafu nafikiri naonaga like this is another thing like humanity is so sweet having like this big brain, it's so sweet that hatutakagi kubelieve we are related to animals. Tuko like how till a lion grabs you and has you for dinner kusaja if we were different animals hazingekuwa zinatudishi ingekuwa tu nafika pahali hivi animals zote zinahepa
if we had dominion
over anything.
Saizi
ukiachua katikati ya pori utalia kaa mtoi
ukisoma tu na umetoka tu kusoma and God made man the Genesis sijui to have dominion over everything alafu ufunge
alafu ukitaka kujua sisi special mupatianaga hii example saizi who has dominion over Kenyans ni Ruto. Saizi Ruto akikamplace yote na to recognize this is the president, we are all going to shut up, we are going to show him all the respect he deserves, sindio? Different scenario, mimi wewe Ruto tumeenda kwa national park the lion gets loose, there is no president.
The presidents.
Yes. You see, so the only advantage uko nayo ni mkale hata toka mbio tuache that's the only advantage like genetically because ushaisikiaga the trick at when you meet a wild animal it's about don't be the slowest, it's not about
try to
because unajua kitu moja fani na haitaona ati yule ni mnono inataka ule mnono inataka tu the meal for right now,
the fast mwenye ata grab fast
tomorrow it's going to look for
when they are chasing Nini is it a pack of elephants
you
know they go after the calf
okay.
Hata kwa nini hata zikimiza these buffaloes they go after the small one
because it's easier
because wanajua ingine iko na horn inaweza ingia kwa throat giraffe hiyo kick ikipata chest ya lion that's it can't do an elephant shit so inaendeanga to the weakest you get.
Alafu najua kitu moja ile pia
so mimi wewe na rapture
me I think mina shiko I'm not fit, I need to get fit I
think is
because that rapture do najua ni msewa tizi
you then me
rapture ni tizi that dude teases
lakini kama ni kujificha unajua rapture atasikika kikofu
because that's the one dude atashikwa juu ya cough if we need to be quiet atashikwa kwanza zile ma aliens na nini but kile pia tunatrai kukuambia na wase hapa hakuna mtu anakuambia like ati uchange belief zako nini, asema pia inaweza kuwa poa ku just enjoy nature and just nature is so beautiful like the more you learn about animals the more unakuaga like damn, we actually related to this whatevers. That's why we are part of their food system, they are part of our food system. Nini kami kitu moja ile mushindaga nikisema najua nimedigress hapa na kuna raisa sema mofuletaga ngono mi kwanza nichikijua wanyama ulamba sehemu nyeti nilichoka like lion ulamba dogi unachikige dogi monkeys ni serious akina machipanzi mpaka inakuaga like inaambia kuja jo inaishika kichwa jo inaishikilia pale yeah, like tulia we jienjoy
na ikikosa inaji
sishacheki hiyo chapaga na mpaka ina so kuna hizo vitu zinaonachikigi like nature is so beautiful that ile time unajua like we are part of this because this is the only thing hizi societies zingine zimetuachia hizi akina ma Europe and what yes they used to be religious at some point but at some point like 400 years ago they went 100% science unajua like science haijakuwa around for that long as being studied as what imekuwa hatujafika 500 years of science that's why wasoshindagua what's going to happen after 1,000 years of science si tutakuwa because kila kitu unajua internet vaccines stima all this has happened in this last
150 years
400 years yes now try and imagine yes hata watoi wetu by time on a dedi what kind of science will they have seen when they are in their 80s 90s 100 because mupatianaga the example of my dad died in 1996 never knew what internet was by the time alikuwa na take his last breath
it was radio
he didn't know what a mobile phone is
it was radio tv na calendar
yes he didn't know what a mobile phone is
gazeti
hakuwa anajua email ni nini alikuwa mtu wa fax grandkid wake is born 19 years later and she's drooling on an iPad acheki like learning words whatever so it's interesting man like what's going to happen and I always believe that there's going to be one African nation that's going to be like you know what we need to start competing with the Asians and the what because everyone says Asians are good in mathematics I don't dispute that but I've seen Kenyans who are very good in mathematics so I know black people are good in mathematics one of the most respected teachers saizi in the world ni Neil deGrasse Tyson who's a black teacher he's the guy who goes on tours in the US lecture halls anajaza na ujaza even people who are not studying degree ya science
kumsikiza tu
kumsikiza
because there's a point there's some time when we discovered I think you discovered him sijui kama you introduced him to me you did kwa ile the cosmos and I remember I just used to you know it made me realize that the world that yenye nilikuwa nambwa naishi it's not you guys it's far much I understood it better than hizo education yote nishaipewa it's like ni kama ilikuwa ina zero down how things happen how hizi vitu zifanya hivi na ukiambia msee mwingine that's so complex knowledge anashangaa like hizi vitu utoa wapi if you had actually those guys like kama ndio walikuwa natufunza you guys would be far
we'd be far Neil deGrasse Tyson angefundisha the average Kenyan evolution hiyo story ati kwani monkeys iko na sisi tu kwa ingekuwa because he makes it you make very simple kwa sababu anashindwa vile anza watch Neil deGrasse I don't know I'm not sure but Cosmos is on one used to be on Netflix I don't know if it's still there but kama hata haiko niko sure ukidownload na download like I think your breakdown because hata vile breakdown your story ya science that science has been there for the last 400 years so anasema kwa the cosmic calendar so the cosmic calendar inakuwaga if you are to shrink yes if you are to shrink the whole 13.8 billion years of the universe if you are to shrink it into one calendar 31 days we are still in the first minute and in this first minute tume cause global warming tumedu hizi damage yote to earth like hii time tume exist as a species
as human beings
so much damage in the grand scheme of things but we've also done amazing things just
flying all over
because reason tuko hapa na nyinyi hii ni sayansi
nacheki
bila sayansi hii podcast haingekuwa ina exist internet haingekuwa alafu of course lazima wasiwa shout out kuna kabudaka moja jo itwaga sahot unajua msee alikame up na this whole idea ya internet nakoka the first person to ever try out the internet was a British professor aitwa sahot nzatafuta jina yake alafu he never patented it because he had a chance to patent it and make billions. Unajua he'd be the richest person. Angekuwa richer than akina Bill Gates. Because now try and imagine every time tuna connect to internet tukikuwa tunalipa umse. Najua. But umse aliambia Gasi, I think it was back in 1989 when he said that this thing is going to connect billions of people. Wasa kambia tacho jijinga toka hapa.
And it all started with one man. Sir Tim Berners-Lee.
Yes, umse.
The computer scientist born in London.
Big shout out to umse. Because if he patented it, Africa don't think that tungekuwa tumefika hapo.
Africa tungekuwa tunapatwa. Unajua tungekuwa na information.
Yeah. Because we have leaders who have their heads. Yani kichwa iko
ungepata nani? Ungepata ma leaders wetu wako na Gmail majuu. The same way wako na nini?
Foreign accounts.
Offshore
accounts.
Nani? Nacheki president wenu ameingia ndege kwenda kuupdate status.
Yeah. Alafu anarudi. Alafu sasa kitu fani akungekuwa na TikTok, akungekuwa na YouTube, because unajua all that whatever would have killed so much innovation. That this dude, like, yeah, he was knighted, so right now he's whatever, and you have to kuna wase wale wakwaga, because mi ni selfish, mi nige this guy nige patent guys niwaga za hoge ya tunanijuaga mi nige patent ninge kwa Bill Gates fulani ninge kwa
sasa kuna bongana nani
si mngekuwa somehow first world countries would have ended up using it. Unacheki Africa, kina Africa ndio ingefika too late and what. But still don't usisahau after you patent something, you only need to do is make a little money from every. So sengekuwa nachotewa na kina Samsung, akina what, but would they exist as they exist now? So that's what I don't know. But yeah, big Nini to yeah. But yeah, like may feel like nature ni interesting sana, man. Like yeah, this is, and this just to be alive, like alafu to know that. Because pia kuna kuwaga na watu watakaki kubelieve that one day when you die your story just ends.
And that's it.
And I think African leaders will enjoy sana tukibelieve there is another life, because unakwambia hata ikuwe mbaya aje usijali kutakuwa na hiyo ingine. Yeah, kutakuwa na hiyo ingine.
Yeah, misema okay. The same way tunasema like science iko hivi. Also living in a poor country. Because the mali kuna big margins.
Yeah.
At some point una appreciate the Bible.
Yeah.
Because you get the only reason.
It gives you false hope.
Watu wako githare. Na waja decide kwenda nini? Mutaiga.
Yeah,
you get a beatitude.
Religion.
Yeah, yes. Beatitudes. Happy are the poor, for they shall inherit
the kingdom.
The kingdom of God. Hiyo tu.
Ni rahisi kwa ngamia kuingia katika tundu la sindano kushinda sindano kuingia katika tundu la whatever the hell.
Yeah.
But yes, kushinda tajiri kuingia katika whatever.
Because like what if everyone knew, like even this tuchukue tu even a bad scenario. Like if someone kills someone.
Yeah.
Hakuna mseme mshikia grudge. Hakuna judgment atakuwa nayo huko baadaye. It's all, and that's why like wasi wanafaa juliza like na easy courts na judicial system na nini trials. Where were they invented? You know, kwani watu waogopi Jehannam that much?
Yeah. Because kuna kuwaga na hii nini Dead Prez is like one of my favorite hip hop groups. Na kuna kuwaga na hii ngoma moja inaitwa Police State. Alafu kwa hiyo Police State wasemaga the police only exist to separate the haves and the have-nots. Ajua? Because the minute there is no police, no one will accept uko na kila kitu na mimi sina. Itabidi right ako inaishi pale, inaishi Madhare, imekaa chini kwa like huko Runda, inakaa tu kwa keja yako Runda, inaichapa ile design ya Wayahudi na wale wasengine. Kwa kutoka leo keja yangu ni yangu, wewe ishia. Alafu story imeishia hapo. Ingekuwa hiyo design.
Like right now just try tuseme tu tupaka our things. Mi niende nipitie Githare from one end. Vile tu umevaa.
Yeah.
Alafu ingie Kibich useme unataka kuona OEPs.
Yeah.
Rocking your zinaitwaje hizo headphones?
Yeah, my Soundcore with noise cancelling.
Okay, that's all you know, noise cancelling haikusaidii
Yeah,
ukiwa kwa
because I'll
slums, you
need the
guy.
noise
You
not to
need
be
the
cancelled.
noise, you need the footsteps.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Eh.
So yeah.
But nini inakuaga
It's yeah.
nature inakuaga
And then
interesting.
realizing that there are countries
Mm.
where like poor people are the least, yani.
Yeah.
As in gava inaweza enda kuwatafuta
Yeah. Yes,
countries
kuna
like
organization
koma Denmark, sijui
like in
wapi.
Norway,
Yeah.
where poverty is actually frowned upon.
Like
Sisi
you just choose to be poor.
sisi tunakuaga watu wa like your poverty nachikiata vile we celebrate poverty so much that ile time Ruto alikuwa na try kuwa president, alikuwa naambia say I'm the son of a nobody, and everyone forgot that the only son of a somebody there was Uhuru, yes, and Raila, but all the other presidents have been sons of nobodies. Okay, Raila has never been president, but every president Kenya has ever had has been the son of a nobody, sindio? So Kenyatta was the son of a nobody. Moi was the son of a nobody. Kibaki was the son of a nobody. Uhuru was the son of the first president, sindio? But then Ruto was just like these others. But since Uhuru alikuwa hapa na Uhuru ana represent wealth, when Ruto alituambia he's the son of a nobody, we forgot all these others were sons of nobodies. Nacheki. Yeah. Of course, it was an inspirational story, like the son of a nobody becomes president. But so far, I think if you have to look at it, it's actually more inspirational because the son of a somebody, because it's only one son of a somebody who's ever been president. Nacheki. But so kuna hiyo, but now history ya usijali juu ya leo, we kufa wende upate a better life, and people believing that it's very important. Pia mimi mwenyewe I understand the importance of religion. Like if you have to ask
the
me,
satisfaction
yeah,
why are you waking up?
Yeah,
it gives people hope.
Yeah. Try and imagine like wase madhare wa mke alafu wakuambia like no, we don't want anything about God will give us justice, you have to give us justice. Yeah, politicians wanzatetemeka, but ojo hiyo aspect ya tuta nini, that's why unachikige China kunaga ati God will give you justice. No, you're corrupt. Okay, justice inakungoja pale unaenda kunyongwa na stori yako inaishia hapo. So hizi stori zote kama juzi nikiona Ruto akisema vile ati akina Singapore they made hard decisions, akina Malaysia the only hard decision they made was corruption. It was nothing about taxation, ilikuwa corruption. Corruption is going to end. Tunaenda kukudedisha nasoka dedi. Like every single coin ya that country goes towards something. China ilikuwa imelala ikanotice like tunabaki nyuma. The first thing ni nini? Tuue corruption. China ikamaliza corruption. Kenya will do everything except fight corruption.
Mi wana corruption Kenya inafaa kuwa under nini museums of Kenya, those heritage ile kitu ifai kuguzwa to be studied because it's protected, you guy. Even the systems hata wale job allocations, like are you going to maintain this channel? Are you going to maintain diversion of money? Inakuanga, you guy. So it's not about it's inafaa kuwa tu heritage kama hizo Fort Jesus na nini.
Corruption huko. But nini kitu moja pia ni bamba vile nikuwa naambia nikuwa nasema hapa like studying nature inakuwaga very good, because also another part of nature of course ni the stars and the moons and the planets and the what and the fact that they all meet, everything dies, sindio? So humans who are on earth die, planets die, because when you look at planets you always think like zitaishi forever. Hizo pia zinadedigi. So inamaanisha corruption which is man-made also at some point itadedi Kenya. I don't think it's going to happen in our lifetime, but I don't think that this is going to happen forever. At some point intakamiishe natiki and that's the Kenyans will be alive at that point, wataenjoy kabisa.
Tuseme ita reduce drastically.
Zitakamtu iishe tu. Kuna kosa mimi kuambia akosagi, kuna kifala tu kiko pale tu kiko like mafala nda smile now, afu nikiingia pale ai watakubali mi si best yao. So the same thing, Magufuli alifika level akina nani Kikwete used to fear him, na Kikwete ndi alimweka kwa hiyo seat, kuzukisha kuwa pale you're the most powerful person, unajua hivyo? Yeah, you're the most powerful. What you do is you get a few people that muna align na the same ideology, sindio? So utaka with a few African leaders and you tell them, a few Kenyan leaders, and you tell them, if we fight this corruption and we improve the like standards of living for our people, automatically they are going to have more spending power, and if they have more spending power, we are going to be much richer than we've ever been, because they'll be spending more, sindio? The economy will be big, the what will be then watu wote wanaona what they see in the vision, because what happens right now is you still, and the only investment uzafanya ni kubai keja, kubai, because there is no, people are not spending, you're not trying to
Stefano Ricci.
yeah, watu wa nini awaspend, so inakuwa ni nini, but tutataka kuanza show, sindio? Because hiyo rant yetu yote haikuwa part of the main show.
Ilikuwa tu kuwapatia
yeah. So mtu yote akiamua tutingishie nini jo,
super chat.
Alafu tuanze show. Acha tuweke hii super chat ingine yani niko wapi hapa jo, tusaidie kufight poverty jo in a Babylon. Oh, in a Babylon, tribal war in a Babylon, sindio? Yeah, tusaidie nini so because I'm assuming likes zishafika so moja, sindio?
155 to watching 118 likes, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Nani hapa Blessed One 12 wakasema my son got a standing ovation among Asians, so Kenyans got in science, in a school of science with Indians and Asians. Oh yeah, okay, that's so good, eh?
Oh, that's so good.
Parents came to ask me, does my child study 24/7? Yes, Kenyans are super bright and what like if you look at vile nilikuwa nasema, like mimi muangaliaga even the way we were taught evolution in school, it was just another subject. No one brought it close home. That's why like I don't even blame when Kenyans don't understand it. Najua hivyo like, because the funniest like ule msalini simplify evolution more was not even Charles Darwin. Unajua kuna kuwaga na story that there was a Muslim scholar, and this one was a black dude, a Muslim scholar, black dude who lived back in ule kuma 1200. He's the one who came up na evolution now, because nakumbuka in the 1200s Islam ilikuwa like in the forefront of science, najua hivyo like how ndio ilikuwa like, even the numbers that we use are Islamic, is 1 2
0
hizo zote and of course Muslims came up with 0 so you time, so huyo ndio msee he explained it in the simplest way possible. Alikuwa sema every animal that you see has a close relative. Alafu sasa what do you mean by that? Humans tunafanana na chimpanzees, sindio? Ng'ombe inafanana na buffalo, punda inafanana na zebra, what inafanana na what, like have you noticed like every animal fanana ingine deer inafanana na antelope or whatever, yani inafanana ama antelope inafanana na goat, sindio? Every animal has a relative. Yeah, so kuna bonga juu ya hivyo like the way ilikuwa inaenda hivi alafu ina branch out, alafu it branches out so much that no one knows where it started. Because now look at humans, right now if I was to ask you what's your grandfather's name?
Thiongo.
Both your grandfathers.
Thiongo and Ngugi.
Thiongo and Ngugi.
No, Thiongo and Moher.
Okay.
Yes.
What's the name of your grandfather's father?
Thiongo's father was Kang'ethe. Moher's father was Ngugi.
What was the name of Kang'ethe's father?
Kang'ethe's father was Thiongo. Apart from sasa inaishia hapo.
Yeah, but you understand what I mean?
Hiyo yake ishia hapo.
Yeah. You're one of the Kenyans who know their grandfather's father's name. Mi ukiniuliza sijui raya, and this is the guy who if he didn't exist I would not exist, but I don't know him.
Zetu ziishia 1800.
Yes,
1800 because he's a dude. Nakwambia about 18 what?
Yeah.
Ule mbenye nilipata was born in 1887.
Wachani kuinterrupt for
na inaishia saa kwa budake. Inaishia hapo. Yetu inakuanga easier to trace because of the name.
Yeah. Wenyewe mnadu hivi. So sasa sisi kama Wajaka
inakuanga easier.
Mi kama Wajaka nakwambia buda ya buda alikuwa ndio Wagada. buda wagada sijui acheki na inakuonyesha, so this is the human tree. Now try and imagine tracing the evolutionary tree where, cause unajua vile evolution nasemekanaga happen ni sisi tuko hivi, wanazaliwa na a small defect, you pass that defect to
the other,
to your siblings, and those defects are sometimes that defect umezaliwa nayo, it's an evolutionary advantage, you see.
It's an adaptation.
Umeadapt alafu na whatever, so before you know it the trees are nini. But niko nataka kuinterrupt jo ira yetu jo, fika mtaani Mr Green aka X Domain jo, nimekuwa nikikutafuta ira